Imagine it's your wedding night. The party's finally over. You're alone. Your new husband is asleep next to you. The room still smells like wine and perfume, and all you can hear is your father's voice, whispering his final command. Don't you dare fail me. When he's asleep, take this hairpin and kill him. This wasn't a bad dream. This was the horrifying reality for 50 sisters on what became the most murderous wedding night in history. But this isn't just a story about murder. It's a story about a father's fear, a terrible choice, and a punishment so famous, we still use a phrase from it today. Our story starts in Egypt, with twin brothers. One brother, Danaus, had 50 daughters. The other, Aegyptus, had 50 sons. They should have been one big, happy family. But they weren't. A dark prophecy hung over them. It said Danaus would be killed by his own son-in-law. So Danaus became paranoid. He saw every single one of his nephews as a potential murderer. Then his brother made a shocking demand. He wanted all 50 of his sons to marry all 50 of Danaus's daughters. One huge mass wedding. To Danaus, this wasn't a celebration. It was a death sentence. It was his brother's way of making the prophecy come true. Terrified, Danaus made a desperate plan. He wouldn't comply. He would run. In secret, he built a giant ship, the first of its kind, and gathered his 50 daughters. In the dead of night, they fled across the sea, like refugees, to the city of Argos in Greece. When they arrived, they begged the king for protection. He was hesitant. Giving them shelter meant starting a war with their powerful Egyptian family. But one of the daughters, a young woman named Hypermnestra, stepped forward. She gave a passionate speech, pleading for mercy. Her words were so powerful that the king agreed to protect them. For a little while, it seemed like they were safe, but their freedom didn't last. Aegyptus and his 50 sons were furious. They chased the daughters to Greece, and a massive Egyptian army surrounded the city of Argos. Soon, a vast Egyptian army stood at the gates of Argos, their banners flying, their siege engines ready. The message was simple: give us our brides, or we will burn your city to the ground. The king was ready to go to war, but Danaides saw another way out, a much darker way. He pretended to surrender. He agreed to the weddings after all. The city celebrated. The war was over. But behind closed doors, Danaides gave each of his 50 daughters a long, sharp bronze hairpin. He looked at them and said, "Listen to me. Tonight, after the wedding, your new husbands will fall asleep, drunk and happy. And that's when you will take this pin, and you will stab them through the heart. You will kill every last one of them." He made all 50 of his daughters swear a sacred oath to become murderers. 49 of them, trembling with fear, agreed, but one daughter did not. Hypermnestra, the same girl who had saved them all with her words, stayed silent. Her heart told her this was wrong. The wedding feast was a lie. The 49 sons celebrated, drank too much, and fell into a deep sleep in their new wives' beds. And then, as the moon rose high, the killing began. 49 brides became 49 assassins. The palace halls were stained with blood. But in one room, Hypermnestra made a different choice. She looked at her husband, Lynceus. He had been kind to her. He had respected her. He wasn't the monster her father said he was. She couldn't do it. She woke him up, told him about the horrible plot, and helped him escape into the night. When her father found out, he was enraged. He put Hypermnestra on trial for treason. But at her trial, something amazing happened. The goddess of love, Aphrodite, spoke up in her defense. She said that love and compassion were more important than a forced, murderous oath. Hypermnestra was set free and would later reunite with her husband. But for the 49 sisters who obeyed their father, their punishment was just beginning. The gods were furious. They had broken one of the most sacred rules: you do not harm a guest in your home. So when they died, the gods sent them to the worst part of the underworld, their eternal punishment: to carry water in a jug full of holes. They would spend forever trying to fill a bathtub with a leaky bucket, a task that was completely, totally hopeless. And that's why their story lives on. We even get a phrase from it: a Danaidean task. It means a job that is endless, frustrating, and utterly pointless. A permanent reminder that sometimes the bravest thing you can do is to disobey a cruel command. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this dark tale from mythology, please hit that like button and subscribe for more. See you in the next video.